Hello and welcome to Woodsy's Woodshop. I'm Andrew Woods, this is my woodshop and we're going on our woodworking journey together. And this is episode 2 of my desk project. So if you've seen episode 1, you'll see what I'm going to try and make. And here we are in the woodshop, so we're going to start. First thing to show you though, I had to buy another tool. So I bought myself a belt sander. Because there's going to be a lot of sanding, and the man at the lumberyard said, you need to get yourself a belt sander. So I got myself a belt sander. The extra belts haven't arrived yet, but I had a quick go. So I had a quick go on my belt sander and I sanded all this off. Just to see what this ash will look like. And it will actually, I think, look flipping gorgeous. Let me just get, here we are. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spray it with water, because then that will bring the grain out. So hopefully you can then see it. Yeah, look at that. Whoa, that's going to be lovely. These lines going up here are called medullary rays. And the reason I know that is because I watch a YouTube channel called Tips from a Shipwright. With a guy that builds boats called Alex Sozard or something like that, and he's always going on about the medullary rays. He's extremely good, and that's an extremely great YouTube channel that you should check out, Tips from a Shipyard. Anyway, so what we're going to do today is I'm going to start just doing some very rough cutting. So I've got all the legs and the pieces that are going to become the legs and the feet up here, so I'm going to cut those and perhaps have a little look at trying to square them off. I'm going to start shaping just very roughly though, because as I might have said, I think I said it in episode 1, I really should be leaving this wood for a couple of weeks, but I'm just very excited, so I sort of wanted to get cracking. So I think I'll pop you on time lapse and then I'll get cracking. Okay. was fun. So I've made a start, as you've been seeing. Trying to get this a bit true, you know, trying to get a straight edge on it. So yeah, that's what I've been trying to do here. And then I had a little go on this flat surface just to see what it does. I've got rising grain coming from both directions, so when I'm planing here it's beautiful and smooth, and then as you go into the rising grain it chops up, so you sort of have to, I don't know how, but you sort of have to plane it from both ends, but we'll worry about that later on. I mean, you can see it's totally out of whack here. It's nowhere near square. It's also nowhere near uniform thickness. So I scored a line down here, and I've got, wow, how much material to get off there. Well, it's a good 6 mil of hardwood to get off there. So I thought I'd have a go with the new belt sander, and it's made a lovely job of getting the rough stuff off. That's really quick, but nowhere near getting it down to the right thickness so it's even slightly uniform. So what do I do here? If you know, let me know. A power plane maybe to really start chopping into it. I've seen the Tips from a Shipwright guy use an electric planer, which he likes a lot. He uses that a lot. Because I tell you, using my jack plane, it's blooming hard work. I can tell you, I was sweat dripping off me. So, what time is it? 7:15 on a Thursday evening. What would you rather be doing? Nothing. So, right, so don't really know what to do next. Because I'm not getting this. Well, maybe I should just crack on with this and just see if I can get it anywhere near square. Yeah, okay, I'll do that a bit more. Maybe I'll have a go at this side, get it down somewhere near square. I mean, it's obvious it's got a massive lump to take off down here, which is going to get rid of my score line anyway. So yeah, may as well have a go at that just for something to do. So I'll switch back to time lapse. So I've had a little go. I have got woodworm, little tracks all over. A bit more here, look. And lots in here. Is there a thing you can do about that? Can you fill it? I suppose you can fill it, or leave it. Maybe it adds to the look of it. There's a big dip there, so I've got lots of material to take off. Lots of material. I had a thought. One of my very good friends, his father is a woodworker and has a wood shop with planers, thicknessers, edges. Is that the thing? Edges? The things that make it square anyway, and the things that plane it. A thicknesser will take that off in a couple of sweeps, a couple of passes. I suppose it's cheating, but there is quite a lot of material here. I could take it down by hand, or I could go and visit my friend's dad. We'll see in the next video. So I'm going to leave it there for this one. This is part 2 of the desk journey.
That, by the way, just so you know, that's going to be one of the feet. So legs coming off here. I'm going to cut out like a piece like that. And I'm going to ground that off. So it'll be kind of like, let me show you, it'll be kind of like sort of that there, and then something like that. You see that? So all that's going to go anyway, and then that's going to be like the foot, and that'll sit like that. Two legs coming off there. They'll start thin and get slightly wider at the top, and then I might put in a cross piece that goes from that foot to the other foot. And it's all going to look gorgeous because this wood is beautiful, and it's a hardwood, and it's so much harder to work than pine, a softwood. Pine is like planing cheese compared to this. You can just hear it. Really hard stuff. So anyway, yeah, that's the end of part 2. Part 3 may have some big changes if I do use my friend's dad's machines. Might be a bit embarrassing doing videoing up there, so I might not do that. He's quite old school, you know, he wouldn't really get what I'm doing here. Anyway, that's the end of this one. See you later.